Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of SevTech. How are you guys doing today? How's life? We're going to start today's episode by doing a little bit of exploration underground because I just noticed that there are tons of mobs under our industrial area. And where are they? Oh, here. Should I jump? Yeah. Perimeter has been secured. It was getting really irritating, so we're just gonna torch it up and then go home. I think instead of wasting torches, we just put this guy. And it should light up the cave. Anyhow, our first order of business is to try and make the spacesuit. First we need to make the unprepared version, which was relatively easy, and now we need to start upgrading it, and that was the reason we needed a lot of wool. It's actually not as bad as you would think. I think we have everything. Yeah. Very good. So I'm not exactly sure how this thing is going to work, but apparently we need to charge it up, and I was thinking of making a charging station. I'm not even sure if this is the correct charger or not, but we're gonna figure it out anyways. Oh, it's full. Okay, so how do you charge stuff? Oh, I've never made this. Yeah, but you're not charging it. So there is a mod called chargers, and it does have a charger. Shocking, I know. And you can put the suit inside, but it does not charge it up. I mean, it gives it like 125 RF per tick, and then you have to repeat this process like 10 million times. There is an energy storage module from Galactic Craft Core. Maybe this one works? Oh yeah, it does. You have to put it on the top slot. Okay. Good. We also need to carry some oxygen with us, and unfortunately we do not have access to heavy oxygen tanks, and all we can make is the light versions. And basically what that means is that I think we have to carry a lot of tanks? Maybe? Last episode we already made an oxygen compressor. I'm providing it with oxygen through a pipe, and if we put the tank inside, you should charge it up. Very slowly. Nice. I'm also filling in the oxygen tanks, but there are other stuff that we need to craft. One of them is called the oxygen gear. I'm assuming that we also need the oxygen mask, a parachute, and I do not think the rest of the items are unlocked to us, so it's fine. And this is our gear. That's it. The final item that we need in order to go to the moon is called the fuel loader, and we just need to make one PCB for it. So we just take this plastic, replace you, and put you over here so that we can make some plastic. After a bunch of crafting, here is our fuel loader, which was an advancement. We're not going to have a very fancy setup at this very moment in order to go to the moon and use the rocket, so we're just going to do it over here. I'm not sure how much automation or how many machines we're going to need for Galactic Craft, so at this very moment, we're just gonna wing it. Another very important thing that you should remember is that this is going to be a one-way trip, and we're going to use a celestial gateway in order to go back and forth between here and the moon. And I think you just need one bucket of fuel, right? That's it. Yeah, I think you're done. Okay. So we have plenty of backup oxygen, we have a decent amount of food, we have everything we need in order to make the celestial gateway, and we can just go to the moon, I guess. See you in heaven. I look scared. I know that. I hate flying. We are in Earth's orbit and we need to find the moon. Where's the moon? Oh, here's the moon. Okay. We launch to the moon, taking one small step. I know. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Yes. And I believe we have already advanced to the next age. I don't see the ground. Oh, it's like 500 blocks. Okay, we can go faster. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the moon. And we have landed safely on the moon. But we kind of need to hurry up because we are going to need the celestial gateway in order to go back and forth with ease. And I'm seriously hoping that this trick works on the moon, because otherwise we're screwed. Yes, it does work. That is the end. That is the overworld. Very good. Give me back my rocket and the launch pad. So now that we have advanced to the next age, what should we do? I might be slightly confused, but I think this is the final age because it wants us to make creative stuff. Based on the JEI, I don't think we need to unlock anything from now on. We have access to literally everything, and that is really good. I'm happy. We can go home. I was just going through the recipes and see what's unlocked to us, and it seems that this is the final age. The thing is, from now on we don't have to hurry in order to advance through the next age so that recipes will become cheaper or something. We can just have fun. Also in the advancements we have unlocked a few more ores. One of them will be emerald, diamond, moon cheese, and osmium. For the cheese it's telling us that we have to start digging on the moon, but for the others it does not say so. So maybe we can find it in the overworld. And since we have unlocked the scanner, maybe we should try and use it. There is a module for common ores, and the rare ores requires a diamond, which we don't have. I do understand that the ore generation in this world is slightly different, but maybe we should be able to find something? Yes, we do. It shows us ores. And this is tin? Yes. This one's new. This should be emerald, right? Yes. I don't really know why we would need emeralds, but it's okay. It's a new ore and I'm very excited. Oh, we found it. Nice. Only 52. But our main priority is to try and find osmium as well as diamonds. Oh, we have unlocked new mobs. That is a direwolf. And they are not very friendly. I thought it's going to be much easier to find ores in the desert because we can find the samples easier because there's no grass. You are emeralds. Aha, there are rats. I think we have found a new ore. Uranium. And it's not a super huge vein, we only got 50. But it's not that bad. Now that we have access to mechanism, we should be able to do ore tripling, quadrupling, or even quintupling if we need to. It's just that we need osmium and diamonds. It took me a while, but finally we have osmium. That was also not a very huge vein, but it's okay. We can at least start with mechanism. It has been maybe 1 hour later, and I think I have finally found diamonds. Yes, 64 and 8. It's very rare. So maybe the first thing that we should start upgrading is our backpacks. And this should give us a decent amount of storage. Also, I was checking what kind of teleportation systems do we have access to right now. We can make the Ender Wing Prime, which is from Cyclic, and it should teleport us back to our bed. Because when I'm outside adventuring, I don't mind being able to teleport back to my own bed. And it works. And it has a garbage durability, okay. I have switched our common ores with rare ores, and I'm hoping that with this we should be able to find diamonds easier. It's not going to be that easy because diamonds are super rare. This is diamonds, and the scanner is not working. Well, at least now we know that we should not invest in a scanner. You know, another problem with diamonds is that you cannot find surface samples that easily, because there's only one here. And the previous one, which I also found, only had one sample. I have been doing some thinking. Now that we have access to so many technologies, where do we start? The main issue that we have is generating RF and also transferring that RF to different areas of our base. The simplest solution that we have in order to generate a crazy amount of RF is environmental tech, because it is in the pack and we can make solar panels. They are expensive and it's going to take a lot of time, but I think it's worth the investment. We also have mechanism, so we have access to quantum entangleporters. So these are the things that we're going to focus on. But getting into environmental tech is not going to be as easy as you would think. We're going to need a crazy amount of literite crystals, and each one of them is going to require a diamond. So let us see how much we can make. I think we should be able to at least make 1 stack. That is not 1 stack. Yes, we can make 1 stack. That is good. We ran out of flint. We also need to make a considerable amount of black concrete, so we need black dye. Is there a better way of converting it into black concrete? There is something called a hydrator, although if it's going to require RF, we don't have it. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm guessing we can just do it the old-fashioned way. I think first off, we should start with the solar panel itself. And the controller is not that expensive. If I remember correctly, we only need 9 cells. And the rest should be structure frames. And we're out of literite. Nice. After doing a lot of crafting, we still have 104 diamonds left, so it's not going to be a huge issue. We should be able to make the solar panel itself and the ore miner. And there is no need to panic, because the only things that we're missing are dyes, which with our power situation takes a bit of time to prepare. Let us see if this is something that we can set up today. Yes, you're not generating any RF. Oh, you're going to need 4 modifiers as well. Okay, I did not know that. I mean, I knew that, but I kind of forgot. Yes, now it's working. This is getting very expensive and we need a lot of gravel. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ore Miner Tier 1. But this is just a controller, we need a lot of stuff. We have reached a point in the game that we're burning through resources. Cause you know, at the start of the episode we had like 2000 iron and now we have 500 left. Actually 800, but you know, it's fine, we can process that later on. Okay, so we want to set it up over here and we need to reach bedrock. So far there's no sign of lava, that's good, and this is bedrock. Cool, we can go back. I'm so happy, we're doing actual progress. And the reason that it's not working is that we need 2 laser cores, and not 1. Now it should work? Yes. Obviously this is a very inefficient setup because the ore miner is going to consume 660 RF per tick, but the solar panel provides only less than 300. So what I'm trying to say is that we're basically doing garbage, but we are getting ores. Why is there iron? Dimensional shard. I came out exploring because I thought if I find 1 more vein of diamonds, we're gonna do a lot of progress today. And we have already found it. No lava? Good. We have this ore miner over here and he already gave us diamonds. And cobalt. Anyways, I was going to try and say that we have this ore miner over here, but its main purpose is not to provide us with ores at the moment, is to provide us with crystals, which for some reason it's not doing that. And using those crystals we're going to upgrade it so that we will have better solar panels and we will have better RF generation. And getting more ores is basically like a bonus for us. Our main method is going to be the digital miner and mechanism. So let us start processing osmium and get into mechanism. And obviously everything in mechanism starts with a metallurgic infuser. And we should make 4? Yeah, why not? Again, this is going to be a very temporary setup until we get a quantum entangler porter, but we are going to need to have a little bit of janky wiring over here, because this is our main power source anyways, and start making alloys and circuits. How can I make this stupid wiring less stupid? We have to remove this one. Okay, I think this is what we are going to do. We are going to have another post over here and we just connect it to you and we connect you to you and we can remove you. And for having a bit of power reserve, we're going to use some capacitor banks. And if I have not messed up the configuration, you should work, right? Yes, finally the power is keeping up. Because I think each one of these connections can handle like 1000 RF per tick, and this guy requires more than 1000 RF per tick to run at full speed. I have to go back and forth a lot. Can we make a remote? Network without crafting, so this is useless. Network with crafting, but it requires a nether star. We have 1 skull and we have 10 fragments. We just need 1 more skull or a few more fragments. It's just that I don't really know if withers are a thing in this mod pack or not. And he dropped something. It's a fragment. Are you gonna drop it? Nope. Well, we got 4 fragments and we also got a seed. You know, I think at this stage in the game, fragments will also do because we need like 4 more. He dropped a skull. Okay. I can go home. We don't have a very suitable location to fight the wither, so we're just gonna do it under our base because there is a cave system and I think we can just do it over here. The only issue is that we don't want him to fly off. Yes, there is a wither in the pack. Okay. Are you done? Yes. We are doing a lot of damage, so this is easy. He's done. What am I missing? Oh, blaze rods. And there you go. Advanced remote. And if I remember correctly, we just have to hold shift and right click. No, just right click. Okay, so do you work? Yes. I put those floodlights over there and every time that I want to sleep, I think that's a monster. Anyhow, now that we have access to control circuits, we should be able to make an enrichment chamber. I wanted the enrichment chamber so that we can process diamonds into wafers and we can make different alloys from mechanism. And apparently we also needed that in order to break down obsidian. There is something that I have never tried using the arc furnace, and that is to try and make steel using coke dust, which seems to work. It's mechanism, we need a lot of steel. As usual, the machines are very slow and I was thinking maybe we should start making some upgrades. I don't even remember how many machines we have, but maybe we should make 8? And of course we don't have enough glass, so we have to wait. Oh, we can just make glass in the arc furnace. Ew, I completely forgot. Yeah, with speed upgrades, this is far better. We have plenty of resources, so we might as well also upgrade them to basic factories. And I also just noticed that instead of using the arc furnace, we can use a smelting factory. So if we want to solve our power issues, we're going to need a quantum entangler porter. It's not that expensive, we already have the atomic alloy, but we are going to need diamonds and that's it, right? And 1 osmium compressor, okay. I'm so happy that we started making this generator because otherwise processing everything would have been impossible. We are burning through the RF, but it's okay. We have everything in sufficient quantities and we can make 2 quantum entangler porters. So for the moment I'm going to put one of them over here and we can set up our machines over here. And since I'm extremely tired of ore dabbling using immersive engineering, we are going to have an enrichment factory and 1 smelting factory and a crate over here. And I'm assuming that clusters can be enriched? No. There is no need to panic, clusters can be crushed. Or at least according to the JEI, let us check. Yes, it's the best. It took us like 15 episodes to get proper ore dabbling. You are using 600 RF per tick, why? It's okay, we have some fuel in reserve and this guy is keeping up. The only thing that I'm thinking about right now is that how do we generate more RF using our generator over here? Because if we manage to generate much more RF instead of focusing on making solar panels for each ore miner, we can just invest in ore miners. The ore miner is consuming 660 RF per tick, meaning that with our generator set up over there, we can run 5 of them. But our main issue with our generator over here is fuel. We are fueling it with logs, and that's not very efficient. You might notice that a log has a carbon value of 1600. A plank has a carbon value of 400 because 4 planks is 1 log. Until this age we did not have a method of converting logs into planks, which is compact and convenient. But now we have access to a sawmill from Mechanism. If we give it 1 oak log, it will give us 6 planks, so that's already 2400 carbon value and it's more than the log. But it will also give us 2 pieces of sawdust, and that's 1600 each. So what this basically means is that we're going to input 1600 carbon value into the sawmill and we're getting 4800 out, which is a very good investment, I would say. And now that we are filthy rich, we're going to have another quantum entangloporter, and then we're going to make a precision sawmill. And can we upgrade you? Yes. And I think what we're going to do is that we're going to cut the connection over here, put the sawmill, and how do we want to do this? We give it power from the back. We're not going to burn the planks, we're going to store them in a crate, and then I have configured the sawdust to go inside the generator. I just had to make a configurator so that we can do this. It's not bad, but we need to upgrade this guy. Yes, we're going to have the ultimate logistical transporter because it is going to be much faster. And that's not how you do that. Yeah, this is much better. I think we also put a void upgrade for the moment. I added some storage upgrades so that we don't have to void the planks all the time, and I also added a buffer over here so that we get a backlog of sawdust just in case we need it later on. And since you're the backbone of our power, we're going to promote you to advanced and elite. And you are consuming 1400 RF per tick. Okay. I think now that we have increased the fuel efficiency, we can increase the capacity of the reactor as well as its buffer. If you're wondering why do I sound so confused and don't really know what to do, is because that our power needs has went up from 1000 RF once in a while to thousands of RF constantly. We ran out of manualin, so I did make some turbines out of gold, and we should be able to upgrade them later on to manualin because there are upgrade kits. Yes, there are, these guys, and I had no idea they exist, so we're gonna use them later on. But for the moment our main issue is that we're burning through the wood at this rate. We ran out of sawdust, so I'm actually burning planks. I think the most important thing that we should do is to try and modify our syngas generator. We are going to get rid of the pumps, and I think instead we're going to use a mechanism pump because it's much more efficient. And it's consuming 400 RF per tick, which is not that bad. And it's fully upgraded. Trust me, this is going to be a very good change because we will have much more space to work with. I have maxed out our syngas generator, meaning that we have 25 mixing chambers and 10 heating chambers. And of course we're going to provide it with sawdust as well as planks. And I think we're going to have the sawmill over here, and now we need to rearrange all of these. Okay, so it's been quite a while later, and finally I did manage to reorganize the bonsai pots. Instead of 18, we have 56. Or at least I think they're 56. 28 on this side, 28 on this side, yeah, 56, and all of them are feeding the sawmill. I know that the sawmill is not working constantly, but there is a growth cycle, and every once in a while we will get 56 logs, which isn't that bad. Oh, and by the way, I didn't die, I killed someone and he dropped this. And I also made a weirding gadget, so we should be able to chunk load this place. I just noticed that there is no digital miner in the pack. That's not very good. I was hoping to make that so that we will get more cobalt and ardite so that we can make manualin. We got 1 erodium. That's not bad, I guess. Just out of curiosity, I was checking if it's possible to make cobalt seeds or ardite seeds or manualin seeds, and this is the recipe for inferium. We need to go to Saturn. But wait, it actually gets much better because this is the recipe for an atomic reconstructor. And this is the part where some mod packs actually confuse me a lot. If I manage to go to Saturn, why the hell do I need inferium essence? And if there is a very evil reason behind it, please don't tell me. I really don't want to know. Now that we know that there is no digital miner, our only salvation lies with these guys. And since the tier 1 solar panel is relatively garbage, we're going to upgrade this guy with a quantum entangloporter. So I'm hoping that our ore miner is going to work much faster because now it's getting all the 660 RF per tick. Since the ore miners are the way to go, we're gonna have another one. I hate the grass. I really hate this grass. This is going to consume 1300 RF per tick, but I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. Anyway guys, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye. How would you land in F5? Okay, like this. Bye bye.